Let me know when we can begin.
Yes, ma'am. Just waiting for admin team to confirm the
Yeah,
live
it's
stream.
live. Yeah, it's live now. Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you.
It's live now. All right, so I'll give it a start, Pariji. Namaste, hello, welcome, adab, sat sri akal, everyone. Pyramid Spiritual Society Movement PSSM Global welcomes you all to the day 2 of the transformational journey of reinventing yourself. On this auspicious occasion of the eve of inauguration of PSSM Global Australia, we're joined by none other than Pari Patriji, the younger daughter of Pitama Patriji. Before we start, we would like to send immense gratitude to Pitama Patriji, whose teachings still continue to inspire millions to lead a life of happiness, abundance, and prosperity. I'll give it over to you, Pariji, now. Thanks for your time again.
Thank you, Ankit, and welcome everyone to this day 2 of Reinvent Yourself, a 21-day program. Today, we will dive into the topic of science of meditation. But before that, let's all meditate for 30 minutes. If anyone has joined new for the first time, I will share the technique of meditation. We will share this for the first few days only, and after that, we will just go right into meditation. So find a quiet spot, sit comfortably. If you're wearing glasses, remove them and cross your legs, clasp your hands, something like this, clasp your hands. And we are going to just, after we close our eyes, we are just going to observe our easy, natural breath. There is no force, no chanting, no visualization, no. If any thought comes in, of course, thoughts coming is natural. When a thought comes in, acknowledge it, let it go. The idea is to come back to your breath. Every time we come back to our breath, we enhance, we move up into our practice. We move progress into our practice. So let's begin 30 minutes of meditation. Please close your eyes and gently observe your breath. Just breathing in and out. No force. I'll play some music here. Just easy, natural breathing. Easy, natural breathing.
म्यूट हो गया है।
giving you all the expectations, giving ourselves permission to be here today. Just the breath. Because chanting, no visualization, no God, no angel, nobody. Just you and your breath. a breath and water rising, start the breath. your breath. Naturally. Last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. The next breath, I invite you to come back to present awareness. Gently sensing your environment, your body. And with your next breath, please place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently open your eyes. Thank you very much for this. Again, another beautiful session. A big claps to all of us for this meditation today. Today, we did meditation with the music of pyramid energies, pyramid frequencies. It's a binaural beats. I'm going to put the link of what the music that we used today here in the chat. So probably tomorrow or day after, we'll talk more about the music meditation. What is music meditation and how does it affect us? So we're going to talk about that. And welcome all. I encourage everyone to switch on your cameras if you can, so that I can see you. It's more interaction here. So yeah, so I see wonderful faces again here. And yeah, I see a question. If anytime when we do meditation, if you have a pyramid cap, go ahead and put it on. You don't even have to ask or anything. It is a taken. Anytime you have a pyramid or anything, just like how I see Arunji here having a pyramid, go ahead. It's something that will enhance the meditation. Yes, Munmun, before we begin, please go ahead and unmute.
Yes, ma'am, Atmavandan. Ma'am, actually, I have been doing meditation for past almost, I'd say 1 month, and I'm getting very, very good experience. It's all because of Patri ji and the team, all of you. I attended that Ramtha classes, and now I'm doing Sambhala. Actually, I'm getting few messages from the higher self. Like today in the morning, what I saw that I saw one diya lamp, and I was I was trying to lighten it up, and it was not lightning, like some wind or something. It was like it was not lightening up. And then what again I saw ki I am a teacher by profession, and again I saw ki I am reading a book. So I was not able to understand what was it trying to tell me. And I remember in the meditation in the morning, my conscious mind was sleeping, and my subconsciously I was thinking like that. Matlab, subconsciously I was getting those messages.
Wonderful.
So,
So you have any question, Monmon?
yes, the same question, what those messages are trying to tell.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Munmun, that you have joined this meditation and you're doing so many programs. That's wonderful. And regarding the messages, what you're getting and what they mean, nobody can tell you. You will know the answer. You will get the answers of what that means. Just don't try to analyze it. If you get an experience this is to everybody. If you see anything, if you get any experience, don't try to analyze it or interpret it. The answer will come to you. You will get the answer of what it means to you. So thank you, Munmun. And I see Kularatnam sir here. Sir, I would love to hear your message before we begin.
Thank you, Pari ma'am, and all the team, Pssmaustralia. Sorry, I couldn't join yesterday, even though I joined. I had eye surgery 4 days ago, and today is the day I can actually sort of get up and sit up. This is a wonderful, great thing Pssmaustralia has actually done to create this platform for all the Australian. I was in Australia in August this year, and did a couple of sessions, one in Sydney and one in Melbourne. And that time I was thinking we must have the Pssmaustralia there. And we have manifested this one. With your guidance, this is a wonderful opportunity for the Australian masters. And not only that, is masters across the world. Even masters from UK or Sri Lanka, they are joining this group today. Therefore, that is a wonderful thing. There's a platform for all the masters across the world. And Australia is a continent as well as a country, and is need this particular platform to spread the meditation. There are so many millions of people in Australia. This particular platform, I strongly believe, is going to sort of, give a opportunity for all the Australian masters and masters across the world. A beautiful platform to spread the meditation across the world. Thank you, Pari ma'am, for your time. I heard yesterday you wake up like a 3:45. Thank you for your commitment and all the wonderful service you are doing. I can still remember last year you were in our house, and so much joy and happiness, and that joy and happiness is still so much, you are spreading across the world. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for the Australian PSSM team for this wonderful opportunity for all the masters to learn meditation and spread the meditation. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the masters.
Thank you, sir. It was such a pleasure to meet Kula sir last year in UK. Sir, I would love for you to share about your experience in Australia. How was it? How were the sessions?
Yes, just before it was a family event. I was actually I went there, family wedding. Then in back of the mind, I was actually thinking, every moment I think about the meditation. Therefore, while I'm there, I need to do something for the Australian community. Nearly like 15 masters every day, they joined the Tamil meditation group from Australia. Therefore, I really wanted to see them. And I was thinking, how can I actually meet all of them? Because my trip was very short trip. I wanted to meet them, and I said to myself, let me organize 2 events, one in Sydney and Melbourne. There were so many masters joined the live meditation there. Saroja ma'am came all the way from Melbourne to conduct the meditation in Sydney and Melbourne. That was a wonderful thing. And since that, even in Melbourne, I actually visited one of the elderly people associated with the sort of, get together and spread the meditation there. Therefore, the word of mouth of meditation has actually gone to Australia during my visit. That was a great opportunity for me to do something, positive about the meditation in Australia. And ever since I'm keeping touch with lots of new masters who sort of I contacted during my visit. Therefore, it is going to spread very well over in Australia. Thank you, masters.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful. It's your presence in Australia has marked the initiation of a consciousness shift. So I'm so glad that you were there and started this. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's all the divine blessing from our GrandMaster, from Shri Patri, sir, all the masters. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And next we need you in India.
Okay.
Especially in Tamil Nadu to see the Ganesha pyramid.
Right. I just been to Bosnian pyramid. First week of August, September, just got back 2 weeks ago. That was a wonderful, great sun pyramid, moon pyramid, love pyramid. Oh, beautiful. Met Dr. Sam as well there.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So one of the key things here is listening to experiences. When we listen to others' experiences, we learn a lot. So whenever we get an opportunity to listen, we must listen. This is one of the trainings here we give in PSSM. So without any delay, let's begin today's session, which is a science of meditation. I'm going to share my screen here with the presentation. Hang on. Okay. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Today we are starting with the basics about what is Anapanasati meditation and why do we need to do it? Why should you spend half hour or 1 hour of your time learning about this? And the second question is, why do you have to share this meditation to everyone? That we'll talk about it as in the coming days. So yesterday we saw the video. So Anapanasati, again, let's see if I have, okay. This is from Pali language. Ana means in breath. Apana means out breath. Sati means to be one with. Anapanasati. And Pali is from Tibetan language. This is one of the when we start reading about the Buddha's Dhammapadas, and when you see that, this is one of the first techniques Buddha has ever introduced. And later on, there were a lot of variations that have come through, but this is one of the first techniques. And the technique is pretty simple. 3 steps, as I mentioned yesterday. For step 1, observe your breath, your easy, natural breath. In breath, air going in, air going out. The second step is, if you get distracted, that means when you have a thought of any kind, You recognize, you acknowledge the thought, and you recognize that you're not with your breath, and you return to your breath. So this is the second step. And the third step, you repeat, that is, you observe your breath. So this 3 steps we are continuously practicing in this meditation. Now, how does this work? This is a question so many people ask about, okay, how does, because many times, I'll tell you a small story. If you have known my father, you probably know what I'm talking. Anything, if any question comes to him, like, okay, I have this problem in my body, what do I do? He will be like, just close your eyes and observe your breath. And if anybody comes and says, I have problems with my husband or wife, what do I do? Close your eyes and observe your breath. If any student comes and says, I have this pressure, I have exams, close your eyes and observe your breath. So for any question, the answer would always be close your eyes and observe your breath. And as I was growing, of course, I was meditating, but I had all these questions. How can doing nothing, just sitting and closing my eyes and observing my breath, do everything, all these miraculous changes? I had this question all the time. And of course, as I did my engineering and masters, my logical brain started growing more and more and started questioning more and more. How is that even possible? I have to, like, especially in COVID, so many questions came to us, like, when people are dying, how can you just ask us to close our eyes and sit? This is not right. So, but now in this session, we will understand why. And now I understand after research that how closing your eyes in your own home and observing your breath can create miracles in our life. How does that happen? So spiritual seekers all around the world for thousands of years have been practicing this and have been teaching this. And now suddenly, the science is catching up with the advancement of neuroscience. As the advancement of neuroscience within the past 10-15 years, actually, this whole understanding has grown towards what meditation is and how does it affect us. So this is for, again, before we proceed, let's talk about the misconceptions of what meditation is. The first misconception is meditation is religious. Meditation has nothing to do with religion. You can follow any religion or not follow any religion. That is totally up to you. It is your personal choice. Meditation can be done by anyone, any age, anywhere. So it's anytime, anywhere. Anytime meditation. In PMC Hindi, we call it as ATM. The second is the goal is to stop thinking. That is again a misconception. People think that, oh, I have to stop thinking. And that is a first excuse that they don't even attempt meditation because they feel like they have to do the impossible because we have a monkey mind. How do I stop thinking? But the goal is, that is a myth. It is not to stop thinking. It is the practice of getting back to your breath. It is cutting the thought and getting back to your breath. So the goal is to observe your breath. The goal is to not stop thinking. So we have to change the perspective on what we are trying to achieve in meditation. Again, the goal is to stop feeling I should not feel cold or anything. Again, we can meditate in any environment. There's a guy called, it's a book also. And through these 21 days, I'm going to share a lot of book names. So Jyoti or admin they will send you in the chat. So don't worry about it. This book is called Wim Hof. This guy, it's a very amazing book. He talks about his method. This guy stays in Himalaya, in mountains, snow mountains, without clothes, without shoes. For 24 hours, he can be in there. And he says that he can do that only because he knows how to work with his breath. So breath is so amazing, so powerful that you can actually, your body can handle anything, whether it is cold or hot, it doesn't really matter. So it's not about stop feeling. It is about when we are into the practice, your body starts magically adjusting to this. So that book, Wim Hof, this guy is a testament of how miraculous our bodies are, how miraculous our breath is. Then the next myth is the meditation requires sitting in lotus position or difficult asanas. No. Sukhasana. We practice Sukhasana. So whatever is comfortable, sitting on the couch or down. Yesterday, Payal said she couldn't cross. She couldn't sit on the floor. But wherever you can sit, please do. There is no restriction of how, because we are not doing any asanas here. We are not. This is not yoga. This is meditation. This is not yoga. This is not pranayam. This is or mindfulness. We'll talk about mindfulness also, the difference between mindfulness and meditation. Very important question you will get. The next is requires chanting. No chanting, no om, no nothing. Only observing your breath. We are not doing any words or any affirmations, any gratitudes, nothing. We are just observing our easy, natural breath. Another myth is that some people just can't meditate. Oh, Pari, I just can't meditate. This is not for me. But that is a myth. Every meditation is for everyone, anyone, any age, any gender. So anyone can meditate. It's a very simple technique. And the next myth is that meditators don't lead a normal life. This particular myth my husband had before I got married, and that's why he was telling me no all the time, because he had the myth that meditators will go into sannyasi or leave the family. Nothing like that. We are here this is called sansar mein nirvan. That means we lead our normal lives, normal mundane issues, and yet live a spiritual life, yet lead a meditator's life. So no changing of clothes. I will not wear white robes or orange robes or whatever robes. I will not change my dressing, or my name Pari will not become Pariyananda or Parimata or anything. Pari will just remain Pari. So we are not changing ourselves in any way. We are remaining who we are, like everyday person, and yet we are leading a spiritual life. So being a meditator doesn't it just means that you're changing your mindset, your lifestyle. That's about it. So these are all the myths that we have. Let's go into the science of meditation. Today we will probably go 15 minutes over, 10-15. The science of meditation. Because of neuroscience, as I mentioned, there's a lot of information we have, and tons of books on this. If you are interested to study and teach in your corporates, teach in your in your communities, and sound more intelligent, there's a lot of information about this. Neuroplasticity, one of the key aspects of this is neuroplasticity. So I studied schooling in India. In India, we were taught, I don't know about now, we were taught that the brain will grow only up till the age of 12 or so, something like that. And they would make us eat badam and drink milk and all of that, so that the brain grows. And because after that, the brain doesn't grow. But that is a total misconception, a total myth. That is not true. Brain is changing. Brain is growing and changing until the time of your death. It is always changing based on your thoughts, based on your belief systems, what you believe, what you see, what information is being fed into your brain. It is always changing. So this particular aspect of change is called neuroplasticity, where your brain, based on the information, based on your thoughts, the neurons in your brain gets activated. So when we meditate, it's not just about the spiritual woo-woo, some magic is happening. Your brain is actually physically changing. Your brain has changes as you meditate. So we'll talk about how does that change in the coming slides. And of course, better focus. Today, the biggest, I think, the plague that it runs is attention. We have so many distractions, guys. I mean, I find myself catching myself so many times watching TV and being on Instagram or some app on my phone. It's like we are stimulating our brain continuously, so much stimulation. And this is affecting not just us, it is affecting our children to a very large extent. If you have children, toddlers, I have 6 and 8. So I know I have to, like, how much effort it takes to keep them engaged all the time, because their brains are stimulated so much with the social media, with the ongoing screens that is happening. So meditation, more than us, it is needed for the children. I don't care if you meditate or not, but if your children must meditate, because it will help them with this focus, with their memory, with their attention span. ADHD, there's so many issues every day I hear about the attentions. Oh, my child cannot focus more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Now even the class times are getting reduced. And also the ads that we use, it has to be 60 minutes. The videos that we use, 60 seconds, 1 minute, because even as adults, we are losing that attention span. So we are not able to enjoy. This will affect in our happiness, because we won't be able to enjoy when we are just asked to sit in the nature and enjoy the nature. We are like, okay, I don't know what to do. I have to do something. I can't just sit here and enjoy the nature. And this is the attitude that develops with this. We are going backwards, spiraling down with this. So meditation can help. Meditation helps in better focus, increased stability, less emotional reactivity, not just in emotional intelligence. We'll talk more about this. Not just reacting to things, responding. We learn how to respond to things. Stress, of course, fight and flight response. We'll do a whole session on stress this time. What is stress and how does it affect us? And of course, the next point I will explain in detail: increase happiness. The happiness center in your brain, the center that will facilitate for you to experience happiness, is enhanced, is increased. So compassion, tolerance, all of this part. So meditation is not just anything that oh, it is nice to see, nice to do, or oh, it's very good. No, it is an essential tool that is required in today's time for all the children, for all of us, for all the professionals, to deal with everyday challenges, to be your best version and to give your best. Because only when we give our best to our families, to our community, we make an impact. And this is what we all want, we all aspire to. So this is a must-have tool. And let me explain you how it all started, this meditation. The picture that you see on the screen is Patri ji. He was introduced to meditation in early 1970s by his friend. And he was introduced to Anapanasati. By then, he read about many different meditations. He also got into touch with many different, he practiced many. But when he heard about this meditation and he practiced, he immediately knew that this is it. The search is over. And then he set his mind to start teaching about this meditation to the entire world. In 1979, he had a walk-in experience. I'm not going to go into what walk-in experiences is this. This is an advanced concept. We will talk probably in the next workshop, doing only advanced topics. Then he got trained. He went to many gurus. His guru is Sadananda Yogi. He's a very, very great master. And it's a very interesting story on how he met his guru. Maybe one day I'll share. And he was a voracious reader. Oh my goodness. He must have read, I don't know, millions of books, the amount of books he has read. And imagine, PSSM is the cream of everything that he has read. So it is so amazing that we don't have to do all the work. We can just learn from, it's like a guidebook, in exams, you'll get the guide. Only the exam questions will be there. So it is like that. It's pretty amazing on how much research he has done. And also encourages everybody to be a researcher, to be a scientist. So he realized that his mission was I'll just give a brief about him. We'll go into detail on PSSM history. He was a marketing officer at a fertilizer company, doing a very ordinary job. He was a very ordinary man, born in a Hindu family, middle-class family. But yet when he realized his mission, he decided to quit his job. I was probably 8 years old at that point. Quit his job and start teaching meditation to everyone and anyone, whoever he sees. The vendor guy, the vegetable guy who comes, or the milkman who comes, whoever comes to our home will be taught meditation. He would not leave anyone. And that's how actually the Pyramid Spiritual Society, Karnool Spiritual Society, has started. And he had 2 daughters, that's me and my sister. And when he left his job, that's another story. My mother was in panic because he was the only breadwinner in the family. And she was like, okay, what? And they had no concept of saving money. They would always spend the money. The bank didn't have any money. So it was a very interesting time in terms of how the conviction he had that meditation is the only way, and I have to teach meditation for free. Even if he had charged for money, that it would have been a different story. But no, because nobody should have an excuse to learn meditation. Oh, I don't have money, or this or that. So he would feed anyone who comes to the home. He would feed them, teach them meditation, so that they don't have any excuse. Meditation is for rich or poor, for learned or for illiterate or illiterate, for anybody. This is the same technique. Even if Ambani comes, no different technique will be taught. The same technique is taught to everyone, because this is the right for every human being to learn, to connect to their own source. So I grew up on donations. So if anybody gives food in our rice or lentil or anything, we had food on our place. If anybody paid my fees for the school, I would go to school. So that's how I grew up with donations all my life. So it's a very interesting story on how that every day that the house ran, and I'm here doing this work. And all credit goes to my mother on how she has managed the house every day. So he would travel 365 days teaching this meditation, on road, on train, on flight, whatever way he could. The main mission is that meditation seed has to be planted everywhere. And today it started with one person. Today there are millions of masters teaching meditation, just like how we heard Kula sir, how his passion to teach meditation when he came to Australia shows us that now millions of masters around the world are doing this work, like GK sir yesterday we talked about. So this is a brief introduction of how it all started. So what really happens? There are 3 steps in meditation. Okay, 3 steps. Let me see the time. Okay. The first step is when we are with our normal flow of breath, when we are with our conscious breath, our mind becomes empty. So what happens is, with practice, the breath first starts with, from your chest, slowly, it goes less and less and less and less, and it stays right here. Okay. And when that happens, your mind goes empty. Now there won't be any more thoughts. You'll forget your body. You'll forget the time, how much time has gone. Oh, it's half an hour, 1 hour. Never even realized. You'll forget the time. You'll forget your body. You'll forget your environment, where you're sitting, what you're doing. Forget everything. So mind will become empty at that point. And the second step, when the mind becomes empty, huge cosmic energy flows, it gets flooded into our physical body. So this is a second step. The cosmic energy flows into our body. Now, see guys, when there is lot of music, lot of sound, if I'm talking, will you be able to hear? You'll be like, let's just please everybody silence. Pari is talking. You would be like silencing everybody. What does that mean? When there is silence, you can listen to something, you can hear something, you can get the message. In the same way, When there are so many thoughts in our head, how can we connect to a message or to our own voice, to our own source? It cannot happen. So that is why we have to first empty our mind, stop the incessant chatter to receive the information, to connect to our own source, to receive that energy. So silence has a very, very important role. Okay, I am somewhere. Okay, the second is that the huge cosmic energy flows. Now the third step, what happens? When enough cosmic energy flows into your body, your pineal gland or third eye activates. When this activates, that is when this is the 3 steps that happen. Third eye is with everybody. This is the actually pineal gland. Pineal gland has liquid crystals in it. This is where you will understand, you will enter into multi-dimensional realities, understanding more about yourself in terms of what is your word, what's your past, what is your future, getting more messages through visions or through sound or through knowing, through different clairs gets activated. So these are the 3 different steps, and we'll talk about the 7 different types of experiences in a bit. Okay. So as he started, of course, this picture just shows how meditation has gone across with one person, schools, colleges. Today in Karnataka, the government has made meditation as mandatory for children. So now PSSM has a curriculum for school children in Karnataka schools. Our master, Shivaramappa, he has successfully established curriculums and textbooks for spirituality in Karnataka, and in Andhra also this is happening. It's a wonderful initiative. India now, with the leadership of Narendra Modi, meditation is going to schools and colleges and universities. It's a wonderful, wonderful step India has taken. Let's talk about the 7 types of experiences in a bit. Let's talk about the science. So I want everybody to just do this with me. Just breathe in, breathe out. Try again. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, when you breathe in and breathe out, you breathe in, you breathe out. At the end of each breath, whether you're taking in or out, there is a space. There is a small space between each breath. It can be like a minuscule of a second, but there is some space between each breath. Now that space is called the vector equilibrium, or the zero state, or the stillness. Okay, so this person that you see, he's called Buckminster Fuller. He's a very great scientist. If you read about him, you'll find a lot of amazing stuff that he has done. The geometry he's holding in his hand, it is called the vector equilibrium. So let me read the quote here. The vector equilibrium is a zero starting point for happenings or non-happenings. It is the empty theater, an empty circus, an empty universe, ready to accommodate any act and any audience. Equilibrium between positive and negative is zero. The vector equilibrium is the true zero reference of the energetic mathematics. So this is the perfect, what they say is this vector equilibrium is the geometry that is perfectly in the state, as it says, zero state. That means it is the state between happening and non-happening. It is this is also known as a quantum state, where there is nothingness, that any possibility can happen in that. Anything can happen. You can put any seed. This exact state is the state, that the space, this minuscule of that second that you have between each breath. So that is where every time we access that spot, we get into the stillness. So when we start practicing meditation, these moments that we have starts increasing. So basically, today, if you have 50 thoughts, okay, there is a space between each thought. One thought comes, okay, the meditation is too long, I can't sit forever. And the second thought comes, okay, when does this end? So one thought and the next thought, there is some space. As you meditate, the space starts increasing, okay? And if you have today 50 thoughts, tomorrow you will have 49 thoughts or 48 thoughts. So the thoughts starts reducing and the space starts increasing. This is the practice of meditation. It is not being thoughtless. Okay, so this is a myth. That is why we say with practice, the space starts increasing and the cosmic energy you receive starts increasing. Meditation is a complete brain changer. We have two brains, left brain and right brain. Most of us have, if you are logical, if you are analytical, your left brain is more active. If you are an artist, your right brain is more active. But we have two brains. The idea was to use two brains, not just one brain. Then why do we have two brains if we were just to use one brain? So decades of scientific dogma blowing away the recently discovered neuroplastic nature of the brain means that our potential is not set at birth. Okay, we can change our brains, we can change our potential. We are not born stupid or not understanding, oh, I am just like this, I used to say every time, I am not creative, I don't know anything. And this used to be confirmed because I don't know, like my father plays flute, I don't know any music, I don't know any dance, I don't know any painting. My sister is an artist, she can paint well, so I have nothing. So I would be like, I have nothing, I'm not creative. So I believed that all I meant was to sit before computers, and that was a lie I believed. And I spent 10 years thinking that I can do nothing else but to sit in computer. So I was in my job, locked, trapped as a slave, because I believed a lie. But with meditation and with this neuroplasty, you can change your brain. And I started, now I am as I started, the creative juices started coming, a lot of things started happening, and my whole profession changed. I quit my job and my profession changed, because I refuse to believe a lie that I am not creative. So with meditation, your inner potential starts changing. You will start accessing the two different brains. And how your brain changes, we'll talk about that. So meditation balances both brains, both left and right. It also, so basically this is another research where this Dr. Pari's model suggests that the left-brained people are generally, again, this is what we just talked about. So between left and right brain, there is something called, there's a gray matter that is called corpus callosum, okay? So this particular gray matter sends information from your left brain and right brain. Now, when they scanned the brains of a meditator and a non-meditator, what they saw was pretty amazing. They saw that before meditation, this gray matter was very thin, okay? And after meditation, this started expanding. That is, it was getting thickened, the corpus callosum. What does that mean? That means that the information is traveling. You can access information from your right brain or left brain. For example, you're sitting in a meeting. You're like, there's an important presentation going on and you're supposed to speak. And at that very moment, you just don't know what to say. You just don't know the right words. You're just rambling or you're doing something, and you come back to your desk and you're sitting and you calm yourself down. And you're like, oh my God, why didn't I say that? Why did I knew everything. Why couldn't I say that? You're thinking in your mind. Or when we are fighting with our spouse, how many of us fight with our husbands or wives on a daily way? And at that moment when we are fighting, we just don't get the right words to come back, like, hey, you did that, why are you doing this? When we go back and sit, I should have said this, I should have said that, all the thoughts come into our head. So basically, wisdom, knowledge is power only when it can be used at the right moment. Right moment when you can use it, then knowledge is power. Otherwise, if you even know the knowledge of the whole world, if you can't use it at the right time, it is a waste of it. It doesn't really matter. So meditation will help you access that information at the right moment, at the having that presence of mind. So this will enhance your productivity, your performance at wherever in whatever career or a housewife, what student, whoever you are, it will enhance your efficiency. So it's a very important tool that we have to create success in our life, to achieve. So again, meditation increases your creativity, your brain balance, intuition. Intuition is extremely important. We'll probably do this in intelligence workshop. Focus, deep thought, mental health, memory, clear thought, happiness, musical ability. So now you can see how just closing your eyes and observing your breath, doing nothing, can do so much for you. So now we understand how that helps our relationships, our health, our our ability to make clear decisions. Because we are in stress, we cannot make right decisions. We attract wrong relationships, wrong career choices, and that creates drama, emotional turmoil in our lives. So if I tell you that you would be able to avoid all of that drama, save your money, save your energy, would you be willing to spend half hour of your time in meditation? That's all. So this is the power of meditation, guys. And again, people gets connected. See, so many times especially after COVID, we are living in a time where we are feel disconnected with people. Sometimes we feel that people are not understanding me. I'm speaking, but nobody understands me. I live with everyone, but I don't know, I can't speak to anybody. That because we are feeling a sense of separateness, we are feeling a sense of isolation, of disconnectedness. And even though we have 1,000 friends on our Facebook and likes, we still feel that, because that is not real connections. It's time to make real connections. And with meditation, the brain center, the prefrontal cortex, that actually gives you a sense of connection to everyone around you, to take you into that oneness, to connectedness to the entire universe, enhances. So you feel happy, you feel connected, because it's a human need to be loved, to be acknowledged, to be understood. It is our basic need to have that. And if we don't have that, we feel rejected. We feel that nobody loves us. And that is the reason why so many suicides are happening right now. Innumerable suicides are happening. Students, because rejections, failures are killing people more than cancer or any other thing. So meditation helps you overcome loneliness. Depression, anxiety, all of these parts, just the number of minutes equal to the number of your age. Meditating minimum number of that will help you overcome all these everyday issues today. So I'm just gonna, of course, it helps you overcome, again, as I said, parietal lobe benefits. When it's deactivated, when it calms down, you can feel more empathy, more compassion, sense of oneness, self-esteem. Your confidence gets increased. You feel more confident in your speech, in your relationships, in trusting each other, living in the present moment. Social anxiety, I mean, so much peer pressure, we see that today within our children, within our own social circles. How to deal with that loneliness, all of this is overcome with meditation. Lot of scientific studies, lot of books, I'm just gonna go through here. Now, spiritual benefits. Now, we talked about a lot of physical and emotional. You activate your pineal gland. Pineal gland is a gland associated for having a clear vision. So if you're somebody, or if you know somebody who easily gets cheated or betrayed in relationships, that means you're not able to see the truth. You're not able to see the vision, see the see beyond. So that is when you activate your third eye, when you activate your pineal gland, you will be able to differentiate right versus wrong. That means in Hindi we say, Hinsa chodo, Hamsa pakdo. This is one of the slogan we say in our Shakahara rallies in India. Himsa chodo, Hamsa pakdo. That means leave violence and Hansa. Hansa is what? The swan? Or what is it in English? You hold that. Hamsa means your breath. So when you hold your breath, you start differentiating. What does Hansa do? It can differentiate between milk and water, right? So you can see our world is like this: truth and lies. Our media, everything we see around has both truth and lies. Now, if your third eye, if your pineal gland is not activated, you cannot differentiate what is truth, what is lies. You will go bump into walls all the time. Go here, go here, go here. Oh, don't go here. And you will be always fallen. You always will fall, get up and go. But when you activate your pineal gland, you will be able to differentiate, oh, this is lies, this is truth. Take this truth, leave this lies. Take the truth, leave the lies. So you will be able to access information that is truth. So that is why activating pineal gland helps you have a clear vision, make clear decisions, increase your creativity, your intuition, awakening your kundalini, activating, balancing your male and female energies, because we are both male and female. We have both the energies, balancing them out, experiencing multidimensional reality. You are not this body. You are a spiritual being. You're a soul that is a traveler, ever traveler. You never, only the body dies. You never die. We have various past lives, various future lives. We lived in many different planets, many different galaxies, many different star systems. When we start meditating, we start accessing these different frequencies, different dimensions, and our perspective starts broadening. Our frequency starts rising. All this happens through meditation. But again, there is only one technique, and that technique is Anapanasati, where we just observe our easy, natural breath. Nothing else to do. No chanting, no visualization, no gratitudes, no setting intentions, nothing you have to do. All you have to do is close your eyes, observe your breath. It's as simple as that. So with this, I'm going to close today's session. I know it may be a lot, and this is how it's going to be every day, guys. We're going to share a lot of information. So I hope you're ready for it. And we will have any questions or anything. We can take a couple of questions. We have 4 minutes. I'm going to stop sharing. Yes, Kanchan, can you, yeah, Ankit, please share.
Right. I have a question, Pariji. So when I started this, I told my friends here in Australia that if I get benefited, I'm going to tell you about it after 40 days. And it's not even 40 days. I think it's time now that I tell them about the magic. The only thing that I'm hesitant about is that, when I break the silence that you have to go plant-based diet, it is not going to be easy for them because they are used to non-vegetarian things like breakfast, lunch, dinner. So how can we, convince them to go plant-based diet?
Well, first bring them to meditation. And it will happen gradually, because I understand talking about plant-based living is, and especially in in countries like Australia and US and Europe, is pretty difficult. But of course, the awareness is spreading a lot everywhere right now. Yes, anybody can join. Please bring, unless if non-vegetarian people don't come here, how can we teach vegetarianism to them? So bring them on, bring them on. again, that is why in this session, we don't talk about plant-based living in the beginning. We'll talk about it around 15th day or 16th day. So just ask them to meditate first, and we can talk, and we'll have a whole session on plant-based living. What is it? Giving them the scientific research of why we should not eat. So start with meditation. Just say, manage stress, anxiety. Use these words to manage your stress and anxiety. Meditate. It's very good. You can sleep better. You can, that is one of the biggest need right now, is people can't sleep anymore. So you can sleep. My son is awake right now. He heard me and he's up. So even the children are not able to sleep. So yeah, sleep better. You can perform better, increase, productivity. All of these are the key words I speak with my friends, because if I talk anything else about soul or about third eye, they'll be like, okay, you're crazy. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit.
Yeah, Shivani, you can go next, please.
Hello, ma'am. First of all, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom beautifully. Love the session. My question is, one of the benefits of meditation you said is improves compassion. Now, for myself, I feel I'm extra compassionate in the sense, I attach to people, happiness and sadness, and it makes me cry both ways. And then if I want to control that cry part of it, being so connected to people, it's not only my happiness. If I see someone happy for something, I'll cry for them. So how can we control that? How meditation helps to, I think, reduce that compassionate part of me?
That is not compassion, that is attachment. So
Okay.
Yes, meditation. See, there is two things. There's a very important point you raised, Shivani. This is something that we are all actually facing in our everyday life. Care is necessary in our life. We need to care for each other. We need to show the care for our neighbors, for our children, for our elders. But there is a fine line between care and overcare. Okay, there's a fine line between care and overcare. When you cross this line, that's when anxiety, that's when hurt, all of these starts coming. So hopefully, and we will talk about it. Yes, meditation absolutely helps you with being aware of what is care and what is overcare, understanding that line. So when you understand, you set. So this is where the most greatest session you will have is boundaries. This is where you need to set boundaries for your energy, for your space. And we have a session on that, healthy boundaries. You will be amazed. Okay. So we'll talk about it.
Ma'am, just quickly, you said, it's attachment, not compassion. To my understanding, the attachment will come to someone I know and I'm connecting with them. But if it is completely third person, I have no idea. I'm in a group of people and I've seen someone and I've got connected or whatever. I do not feel it is attachment. What do you describe it as?
See, attachment is not to a person. There are different kinds of attachments. Attachment doesn't just mean to a person. Attachment to an emotion. Attachment to a feeling.
Okay.
So it is not necessarily you're attaching to that person because you don't know that person. You're attaching to that feeling, that emotion that person is going through. So in energy work, actually what I do is we have so many attachments to these emotions. We actually cut the cords to those emotions because we associate that emotion and we get connected.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter who the person is. If a person is sharing an experience, you immediately get connected.
Yes. Yes.
So that's
It makes more sense.
I mean attachment.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
To
that.
an emotion. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Shivani. Last question, Namita.
Hello, ma'am. Namaste. And yet another beautiful session. Thank you for that. My question is, ma'am, like when we do meditate, we hear people's experiences, the healing. There so much chronic diseases, cancers and stuff like astral surgeries are happening. But sometimes, like some meditators are not even able to heal like a simple diseases. Like I have a thyroid. I'm doing meditation for two years now, but it's not like still is almost the same. Or it's getting better, but not at that that I'm totally off the medication. So where I'm lacking. So where is my lack in terms of meditation or effort?
So, sorry, what are you not saying?
Ma'am, like I have a thyroid. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
listening people's experiences, they heal the cancer within 1 year or 6 months or something like that. And I have a thyroid, and I'm doing the meditation like 2019 very seriously and every day. So I'm thinking where I'm lacking, where I'm not doing enough, that I am not able to cure it.
Well, I don't think it is you're not doing enough. I'll share my experience. I had thyroid too. I used to take 0.75 mg synthroid every single day, and the doctor said you have to take this for the rest of your life. This happened after pregnancy, and I was like, okay, no way, I'm gonna take this all my life. One of the doctors over there, she'd mentioned stop to stop dairy for 3 months. And then I said, okay, fine. I was always a vegetarian, so the only part is the milk, the yogurt and the milk. That is what is the biggest thing. So I said, okay, fine, let's just do it. And then I stopped for 3 months. Okay, I stopped and went back and got my blood checked. No more thyroid. Thyroid gone. I do not take Synthroid ever, and I am as if it never happened. So food is very important. There are different aspects of healing. Of course, the food that we eat, we have to see what kind of food. Does it have prana? I don't use microwave. I tried. I almost make food every single day, fresh food. So it's important to eat good, high vibration food, water, meditate, and your mindset also. Sometimes there's a lot of belief systems that manifest as problems, and especially thyroid is about throat chakra, is not able to speak your truth. I had severe migraines. Oh my goodness, I would close the door for 3 days. I would not see the light, because if this light is there, my head will blow up. I would be a crazy woman. God forbid if my husband makes a sound in the house, I will go crazy on him, shouting at him like, how you don't know I have a headache and this. So I was a very miserable person to be around when I have a migraine, when I used to have a migraine. But the moment I started saying, my son is laughing, the moment I started saying my truth, living my truth fearlessly, authentically, all migraines instantly have gone. Nothing, as if I don't get headaches anymore, nothing now. So it is also the blocks in your energetic blueprint that manifest as physical blocks in your life. So it's yeah.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, you say first. Sorry.
No, go ahead. What? Tell me.
No, I'm just saying that if you start speaking your truth, then it won't hurt a lot of people, and then you lose a lot of relations, isn't it?
Whether even if you don't speak your truth, it's not helping anyone, because you're not an authentic person. Nobody can connect to you. So you choose whether you want to have real relationships, or you just want to please everybody. What do you want to do?
Yeah. It's a hard decision to make. Yeah, but yeah, I understand your point that speaking truth is holding up too much on your throat chakra, and you're not speaking what you need to speak, what you really want to speak, but you're not.
Yeah, because real connections will only happen when you are yourself, when you speak your truth, when you're authentic, and I'm not saying be very rude. Oh no, this is the way, like how children, like the young generation does. I am this way, this is what I like, this is what I will do. Don't be rebellious, be compassionate. Speak your truth with compassion. This is that is what we learn with meditation, like being compassionate and yet speaking fearlessly. So
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So
makes sense.
Thank you, Namita. Thank you
you.
guys for this session today. We will again meet tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow we will learn about music meditation, how music supports meditation and what is the science behind it. Okay, so thank you so much. We will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.